10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's James here for the Beauty Business Reset with my partners in crime, Derek Hall and Andrew. Andrew is actually in a salon in New York City, so I can't wait for him to speak so you guys can see the crazy cool place that he's in hanging out. But we are here today with our friend Sheila Wilson and the infamous Mr. Stephen Moody to talk to you about International Haircutters Month, which is kind of expanded since last year, but I'm going to bring it over to Sheila. Sheila, can you tell everybody a little bit about International Haircutters Month?
We started about 2019, and I approached Stephen and a few other cutters and said, we're sort of losing the real message of the art or the craft of haircutting, and it is absolutely the foundation of our industry. And every good hair colorist, and I'll just throw one name out, Annie Humphreys, one of her best lines was ever when she was interviewed, they said, Annie, how do you always do such a great hair color? She said, I always work with a great hair cutter because within their form, I'm able to paint and create. So, it sort of meshed those two big, strong parts of our industry, hair cutting and hair cutting. So through the years, though, our hair cutting has gotten a little slack, a little, loosey-goosey, and they come in and you can't really duplicate it. So a lot of us have decided that we needed to bring that haircutting back to the very format of our industry, go back into schools and say, let's really elevate the art of haircutting because it is the only part of our industry that's the true craft. And there's no product. It is a person and sort of like a musician, the person and the instrument, and it's the person and the scissors. So with that, I had a long conversation with Stephen, and he definitely validated everything. And we got excited, and we decided that we would create a cutting council within Intercoiffure and teach and within our own organization and create this program with proteges. So with that, we had a lot of endorsement from the different manufacturers to say, yes, we're going to support you. That was in 2020 came, and we did a pretty good job about getting hair cutting out and talking about hair cutting month and getting a little traction. And then 21, we got more traction through you and a lot of other people. Right now, I can name probably 25 major names of major cutters that are all wanting to jump on this and elevate it. And I was really happy we were going to do it nationally, but now we've got interest from Paris, and I think with Stephen's help, we're going to be international. And so, Stephen, you want to add to that and about
Hey, listen,
the
before
passion?
Stephen talks, I have to tell you, last year we worked on this, and obviously it's still under COVID duress, and Sheila did a great job in New York at Intercoiffure last year in October, considering all the crazy and everything else that was going on. It was really structured, fantastic, as it always is. But Stephen and I had talked. I mean, Stephen, it was probably 7 or 10 days before the actual event, and he was trying to source models during COVID in New York City,
Yeah.
the epicenter. And I got the privilege, obviously, to see Stephen and see his models. And I cannot believe the 7 day period of sourcing models, what you were able to do with them. So, my friends, you are you are the best.
Thank you, James. And a huge part of this is really, I have to identify Sheila as the architect of this direction. And Sheila and I had a conversation a number of years ago about just the industry in general and where are we going as a business, as a craft. And Sheila rightly pointed out something that's really at my heart, and that is that, you know, the one thing that we can really own is that solid consultation, is that solid direction and working with a customer to direct her towards a service that is a 6-week service, and that's a haircut. And primarily haircuts that are shoulder length and above, which a lot of young people at the moment, you mentioned New York, you know, what we're finding is that a lot of younger people that are in the late teens, early 20s, they're looking at the big sister who's got that bra strap long hair, which is never going to go away, but they're looking at that and seeing that as old. And that's yesterday. And obviously that kid wants to rebel against her big sister. She wants something different. And hair can't necessarily get any longer. It can't get any flatter. It can't get any more boring in many respects. So I think going in the other direction, you know, shoulder length and above, is something that really young hairdressers can grasp, they can celebrate as their own. And I think it's super exciting. And I think when we harness that haircut, shoulder length and above, with color to the roots, with color that's perhaps in foil, with 2-3 colors on one head, now we're really cooking with oil. And now we're really looking at something that can be tailor-made to the individual. It can fit that person's lifestyle. It can fit that person's hair type. It can fit that person's ethnicity. It can fit, and most importantly, all their features and what they're all about. So I'm just super excited that Sheila's idea went from national to international. And it coincides with Stan Newton, Josh DeMarco, and myself going to Paris to the Intercoiffure Mondiale and doing a presentation that's the Cutting Council, and sharing with a really broad international audience this idea of really helping younger people with their confidence towards working hair shoulder length and above, which to many young people, as I said earlier, it's new, it's different, it's fun, it's exciting, but most importantly of all, it's putting bottoms on seats and it's putting dollars in the drawer.
I love that. I love that. And for you guys that don't know Josh DeMarco, you should follow him. He was pinned at Intercoiffure. You know, there was a little bit of a delay because of our friend with being pinned, but Josh and I got to hang out a little bit in New York, and he's a very big iPhone fan like I am, and what he was able to do with the newest iPhone, they should hire him at Apple, because even his models walking in, he showed me the video and I said, "You didn't do this." You know, when they do those little trailers and it's like done with your iPhone,
Yeah.
you know, you think like, oh, they're expert directors, and here he did like a 3, 4, 5 second video of his models, and that phone really, listen, for hairdressers, like I said, I'm not condoning one phone company over another, just like we wouldn't do a product, but that phone is pretty badass. So Andrew, that is in the salon. Andrew, I know storied history. You guys obviously all know Andrew. What say you, my friend?
I'd say this whole haircutting venture is incredibly exciting. And I took some notes. Like, I'm sitting in a salon and Sheila, you know where it is. Stephen, you know where it is. All you guys know where it is. It's 57th Street, New York City, on the corner of Madison, right? The epicenter is really the epicenter of American hairdressing, haircutting, I should say, when it took hold, when the British invasion came over here. Sassoon was up the block a little bit, at 65th Street originally, but every storied hair cutter worked on this block. It's amazing. And I feel the vibration here. Stephen, you said so many things. It's the excitement, the transformation. And I think so many young people don't have, and I'm not putting anyone down, haven't a clue as to what that's about. And the energy that a great hair cutter can emote on a client is stupendous. It's like nothing else in the world. And James, you said, hey, you're smiling. Yeah, because I know the power of transformation in a salon. And I wrote about it earlier in the week. There's nothing like it in the world. And every young hairdresser ought to know that they have such power in their hands that can help people's lives. And color, I've never put color down. It's great. Color is the finishing touch, but it is not main stage. And somehow the haircut, which is the center of attention, which is the main stage, has taken a back seat. And I'm so excited and happy to hear that we're taking it back.
Listen, I'm gonna request that you record every BBR in a hair salon, Andrew, because your smile is infectious right now of where you are. Like I'm like listen, I'm in my studio space here. I want to go to the salon. I want to leave. I'll go to any salon. I don't care where it is. I'd love to go to mine, but I'll go to anywhere at this point. But Derek handles our marketing information from Salon Ninja, and he's a marketing expert besides being a salon owner and things. Derek, what do you think in terms of, Sheila's going to give us the hashtags and things. What do you think are some great ways that stylists can get involved in International Haircutting Month?
That's a tough one, James. Here's my thought. I want to jump back to what Sheila said earlier, which was we wanted to bring things back to the basics, right? At least that's what I heard. Haircutting as an art has been forgotten. You see a lot of, and we saw it on platforms prior to COVID. Guys get up there, they twist a ponytail, chop into it, and go, oh, voila, right? Well, where was the technical cutting skills? Somehow it got lost with all this freestyle stuff. Getting back to the basics, teaching kids in these schools how to cut hair versus how, and I hate to say this, but how to pass a state board test. My thought has always been that here in the States, we should have mentorship programs, things like that, versus just going through a school to pass a test. Whether you want to split it up, do whatever you want, apprenticeships. It's just a good idea because, groups like this coming back out and saying, let's get to the core of what made the industry what it is. And somehow, somewhere, all that kind of fell apart a little bit. And now we're getting back to it, which I love. I absolutely love it. I think it's such an important thing from not just teaching kids how to do things, but from a marketing perspective, getting back and creating trends again. When's the last time you saw anybody create a trend with a haircut? Been quite a while.
Yeah, I know, Steve.
Exactly. Now it's coming back again. So that's why we have Steven to create those trends.
So listen, I'm gonna throw it back to Sheila to round out the bases on giving us some of the hashtag information, which we'll put in at the bottom. You guys, you should also check out Intercoiffure if you're not a member. Sheila's helped to change this. I mean, listen, for Sheila to take over right before COVID and to be able to navigate this. Listen, you know that I love you, Sheila. I also can't imagine how hard it's been for you to do this. Mr. Moody, if you guys want to check out some of our fun antics, he was call number 99. We couldn't make him 100 because we just needed to keep it right one under, but he was called number 99. You guys can find that on our YouTube channel or go back through Facebook. But Sheila, round the bases for us and just let us know what the hashtag for this time around is going to be so that everybody can work through it. She may need Robin to unmute her. I'm trying to unmute you, Sheila. Click the little button at the top of on the top right corner of your name. Oh, you're good.
Good?
You are.
You got it? Okay. So the hair cutting month is going to be really interesting this year because we're not, Intercoiffure is just empowering it. We're just powering this movement. And it is a movement to bring awareness back to hair cutting. And it's at all levels of the industry. So we want to be able to navigate this movement so that it will continue to grow. With Intercoiffure, you can go to ICA Moments. You can go to ICA Legends, Haircutting Legends, ICA Cutting Legends. And also we have a website that we're going to be listing all of the legacies or the generational of hair cutters that they can go in and see, like from Sassoon on down. And ideally, what we want to do is bring the heroes of today so they can tell the stories about the heroes that they mentored under. So not only are we creating this movement of bringing the awareness back to hair cutting, but also the people involved and the people that they can relate to now. And then hopefully, Stephen, you will be the storyteller of who you mentored under, and encourage people that it is an art, a craft, and that it is a journey. It's not, you can't just achieve perfection right there. This is a journey of becoming better and better and better and engaging other people toward your craft. So I'm really excited about this, and I so appreciate everybody jumping on the bandwagon in this movement. So yeah, we're on a roll right now. Thank you.
I love it. This is going to be great, guys. So we're going to post the hashtags, the website, Intercoiffure information. So the next upcoming Intercoiffure is Columbus Day weekend. Definitely consider.
No, it's the first weekend in October.
Oh, it's
second and third.
Columbus Day? Second and third. Okay, good. So even better, because Columbus Day weekend in New York City is a little nutty. I don't know why. I thought Columbus was hated, but apparently the hotel rooms go up in price still.
That's right.
But join us if you can in October. Obviously, check out Intercoiffure overall. Stephen Moody, check out call number 99 because we had a lot of fun. I don't know if the outtakes are in that one, Stephen. We were sort of doing the old version, but Stephen is probably one of my absolute favorites of all time. He's such a good guy and so super technical and fantastic. But check everything out. Love to see you guys, and check out International Haircutting Month. And we're hoping that this year you have some of these younger stylists, people that are look forward to some of these legacies and legends and things. Ask questions, right? Stephen is great at answering questions about that shoulder up hairstyle. And I think that's one of my favorite things about what you talk about, Stephen, is kind of taking that to the next level, because you can't get any longer, you can't get any flatter. I think I'm going to put that on a t-shirt, by the way.
That's a good one.
That is. Guys, thank you so much. We hope to see you all soon. And Sheila and Stephen,
bye.
Thank you. Love to see you guys. Thanks again.